Welcome back and thank you for tuning in to Naijha Speaks. My name is Naijha Wright-Brown, co-owner of the Land of Kush Vegan Soul Bistro in Baltimore, executive director of the Black Vegetarian Society of Maryland, and contributor for Jane Unchained News. Today's guest is a fellow Baltimorean hailing from Louisiana and Virginia. She's a speaker, author, certified life coach, and founder of The Thick Vegan, a wellness and healthy lifestyle coaching brand. She takes a personal delight in educating women on how they can transform their bodies from the inside out and restore the hope of healing, all by using the power of God's greatest gifts, plants. With over 12 years of experience in living a healthy lifestyle and overcoming high blood pressure, pre-diabetes, gestational diabetes, obesity, and a central nervous system disorder called Psuedotumor Cerebri. I hope I got that right because that's a really big word. This guest has lost a total of 85 pounds. And without further ado, introducing Trichelle Florence of The Thick Vegan. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Thank you for taking the time out to join us this evening to speak with me and the viewers. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. That was an awesome introduction. Wow, I think I heard my name in lights like that. It was really good.
That's how we do it in Naijha Speaks. Everybody's a celebrity on this show.
Yes, I feel like a whole celebrity.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, as you did a great job in just giving some background. But as you said, I've been here in Baltimore now for maybe about almost 15 years. I came here to go to school. I'm an alumni of Coppin State University.
Wow.
And after I finished, I just stayed. And this is where I created some of my bearings, got my own, little network going. I'm originally from, started in Louisiana, then grew up in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. And from here, I did like what most people do. You think I thought what I was living what I thought was the healthiest lifestyle. It's eating like the lean meats and vegetables, fruits and vegetables, staying away from fried food, stuff like that. But it wasn't until I married my husband. Now we have 4 children.
Congratulations!
Oh, thank you. And
you. I only have 1.
Girl, yeah, it's a lot of work. So with my our son was the only boy, which is the last pregnancy that we know of. And it was like I just had a whirlwind, stuff just came out of nowhere. My seemingly great to good spiral downhill. Like you said, I had developed gestational diabetes. I gained like 60 pounds in the pregnancy, which just wouldn't leave at all afterwards. I had preeclampsia, but I developed it after I gave birth because you can get it up to 6 weeks after you deliver. High blood pressure, and then I started having these horrendous headaches, and the headaches were like, it wasn't like a migraine headache. It was like something that was like just mind numbing, to say the least.
Like throbbing sharp or throbbing?
Yeah, throbbing sharp. Like it wasn't in my neck. It was like in my head. Like you could like just feel it in your head. It was like really, it wasn't good at all. And so long story short, I went to go and get an eye doctor, just a regular eye exam. I was like 6 weeks postpartum at the time. And my husband was still home on paternity leave, and I was home on maternity leave as well. And I went to get a regular checkup. I wanted some new glasses. And long story short, they wind up sending me. We got all the way to the end of the exam, and the doctor started screaming, saying, "We got to send you to the hospital now." She made some phone calls. Got me over to GBMC to be seen that day, which was unheard of by one of the like most renowned neuro-ophthalmologists of the time, Miss Vivian Rosmato, and basically, because my optic nerves were swollen, and they didn't know if it looked like I had a brain tumor.
Oh, so wow.
I went in at 11 o'clock just for a regular eye exam. I didn't get home till like 6 o'clock that evening. And I spent the whole day just getting tests and all kind of things done to me to make sure, see what's going on. And it come out that I had this ailment that I had never heard of before and never even knew it existed, called Pseudotumor Cerebri. So you was on track.
Because I was like, I think I'm gonna let her pronounce, because I don't know what this is, but it sounds serious.
The only reason I know how to pronounce it is because I had it, Pseudotumor Cerebri, and it was basically when the spinal cord fluid is not recycling at the rate that it should. So it's causing excess pressure on your brain as if you have a tumor.
Oh,
so that's where the
wow.
headaches were coming from. And so from there, they were telling me, you might have to get a shunt put in. I had to go through getting spinal taps, which were not, they were the most, that was like, it was a very dark time in my life.
Yeah, that spinal tap is scary because I'll tell you something. I had like a numbness before a few years. Like when I first got to Maryland, something happened and it was like some nervous condition. And that's the first thing they wanted to try to do because they were saying perhaps I had multiple sclerosis. And I said, I don't have a multiple sclerosis. And I don't want y'all doing no spinal tap. So I can only imagine, what that must have been like.
Yeah. So it was pretty bad. And imagine you going through all this postpartum doesn't make it any better. So right. I was freshly postpartum. Like I said, my baby, he wasn't maybe not even 2 months at the time. So I went through a series of getting those spinal taps. They just telling me you're gonna have to be on medication. I had to stop breastfeeding because the medication I had to take was a hazard to the baby. It was a lot. So I remember a friend of mine reached out to me and she knew what was going on. And she told me, you need to start journaling. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't know what's going on right now. I'm basically scared for my life. And, if I'm even be here for my children, I don't know what's going on. Because it was just a lot and it was hitting me all at once. And so, but eventually I listened and I obeyed and I started doing that. And in that time where I would be writing and journaling, that was my quiet time, my private time. And I started hearing how you started researching how this ailment can be healed naturally. So I started doing that. And in that, I found through research and prayer, I found out that our bodies do have the ability to heal themselves.
Yes.
And we're equipped with the right foods.
Right.
So a lot of those foods, unfortunately, were not what I was used to. The chickens, the fish, the dairy, the cheeses, even if it's the so-called healthier cheeses. And so I just started from there, started down, just incorporating little things here and there from different herbs, like dandelion root, things that can get information out the body.
Right.
Get excess fluid out the body, because that's what all the root of that ailment was excess fluid and inflammation. And
right.
So
it's always inflammation. Inflammation is like at the root cause of all of these issues with the body. So yeah.
Yeah. So it started with just because some of you may know my brand. Initially, it was my journey back to health, where I just started opening up and showing women what I was doing, because I was led to people that there's other women going out here going through certain things like this, and they feel like they have a voice. So I started with a YouTube channel where I was telling women what I was doing, showing them how I was doing. My YouTube channel is still up too. It's still called My Journey Back to the number 2 Health, and where I was posting what I was doing, meal ideas, exercise, and stuff like that. And so then from there it grew to realizing, like, hold up, this is turning into, well, I'm saying I gotta eat this is plants. And so it developed into now what is the thick vegan. And I transitioned now almost 4 years ago. So
wow.
I really have. It's been a journey, to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, I took a 3-year journey too once I got into it. So I totally can relate. Were there any books or documentaries or people that inspired you? Were there any social groups that you joined while you were going through this?
Oh yeah. Believe it or not, one of my first vegan meals was from your restaurant.
What?
Yeah,
thank you, Atlanta. To the rescue. What did you get?
I remember I think I still had the post on my Instagram. I think I got because it was, matter of fact, it was around my husband and I anniversary, which was this week coming up. And so we got
happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you. I got the curry chicken.
Okay.
And the mac and cheese, and I think the greens.
Okay, great. Were there any social media groups that you joined? And I only asked that because I had a live with a couple of women that it was why there's a need for Black vegan social groups, and I'll put that in the link for anybody that hasn't seen that group. Why it's so important to for us to have those. So that's why I asked, because that was a really critical time for you, and I know having a support system is really important.
Mm-hmm.
So were there any groups, or was it just, your husband and immediate family? I mean, who did you have there for you?
My husband was very supportive. He still is. I just said my husband, I'm going to be an astronaut. He said, let's go to the moon. So he was very supportive in that area. However, I didn't join a social media group. I did join I started going to an organization called what is it? What was it? Brenda and them.
Oh yeah. Brenda Sanders is my partner in crime in the Vegan Soul Fest. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started going to their events. They would have their little the monthly things they had, to have the transition stuff.
The Baltimore events, the community events. Yes.
There you go.
Very helpful. Yes, very, very helpful.
So that was very helpful. And that was a good support.
Well, we all know why we're here, and I'll put the title up again. Talk to us about this thick vegan.
Oh, yeah.
What is a thick vegan? Who is your ideal client?
Okay, so the thick vegan
I'm thick.
Yes. So a little background on the thick vegan. So when I first started knowing I wanted to rebrand, because I didn't want to I wanted to be more specific as far as my journey back to health. I was searching, like, what can I do? Like, what can I use to be inclusive? Because one of the things I remember that I would start getting the most. So when I told people that I was vegan, I was transitioning, and as you saw, and I don't know if you posted the before and after pictures yet.
No. We're gonna get to see why you ruined it for everybody. We get to that. That's why we talking about the biggest.
So okay. It's not ruined, y'all. You didn't see it yet. You're gonna see it. So
we getting to that. As soon as you say something, I'm gonna bloop, look at this.
So one of the things that I started realizing was that people will always give me that like side eye when I would tell them that that's what I did. I was vegan, or I was transitioning into veganism. And they'd be like, what? Like, because when you hear the word vegan, what do you think? Skinny, hippie,
right.
You're not thinking about with no curves. You're not thinking about, unfortunately, not thinking about Black people either. So you're not, and
that you a Black vegan? What is that?
Right. So I created that because I wanted to, just like people, I started realizing that this like health and wellness can come in different shapes and sizes. So can veganism.
Exactly. Exactly. Can I show them a before right now? Before you started. Okay, so here's Trichelle. This is before your thick vegan journey.
Yeah.
I guess this is literally thick. I guess I don't know.
That's thickness.
Okay, and this is the side view. To the front and the side view, and this was you working out, right? Look at that. Talk to us about what happened here. Like what was going on in this picture right here.
So this was actually a photo shoot. So this was part of, I wanted on my website, I have some fitness photos. I have a fitness. So this was on a photo shoot. A friend of mine, she's a photographer, and we were doing a photo shoot right here, and I was just giving life to the camera. I mean, like, you look great.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
This is what the thick vegan lifestyle coaching is all about. This is what you do. So you also have a book, right?
Yeah, so I have a cookbook. I have another one we're working on soon, but my current cookbook is called Plant Snatched. So in that book,
I like that, snatched.
Yes, thank you.
Plant Snatched. Talk about that.
Because in this book, I give you it's like the recipes and meal ideas to help me lose my first 25 pounds. So I'm basically sharing with you, and I give you also, like, in the back of the book, there's a list of strategies on how to be a fabulous vegan, how to live a fabulous vegan lifestyle, because people think that veganism has to be boring, or it's whack, or it's bland, it has no flavor, it's no variety. So I tell you, and I also mention in that area also how to be effective, in your journey, because
keyword effective, how to be effective. I'm glad you said that. People can get the book on the website. So I'm just bringing that up now so people can see that. And that's your website, TrichelleFlorence.com. Great website. I looked at all the links and saw some of the pictures, and we're going to post those as well. Some of the recipes that you had in there. What is this?
So that is in the book. That's called what is that? That is the tahini. Oh, take me to tahini. So that is tahini. That's a snack. That's because in the book is broken down into different categories. You have the snacks, drinks, and lunch, and I think dinner. And this is a snack called, I think it's called Take Me to Tahini, but it's basically tahini butter on wheat crackers, flatbread crackers, and it's bananas, topped with bananas and drizzled with a little bit of agave. It's delicious.
Wow, I have to try that. Yeah. That's new. Now this looks like a popular. Is that tofu? Scrambled tofu?
No, that is.
That's my favorite. I love scrambled tofu.
Yeah.
What's the average amount of time that these meals take to prepare? Look at this one. What is this here?
So that is big old salad. I believe that's what I named that one.
Big old salad. Okay. So there goes your salad.
Right. So that one is
tasty.
Yeah, thank you. So that one is like, I know I got some herbs in there, but it's lettuce, of course, red onion, tomato, cucumber, black olive. I love black olive. I'm a black olive girl.
Man, I'm a big fan of black olive. Yeah. I like green olives too. Yeah. I like all of the olives.
Yeah, I do. I pop them like grapes. My husband can't stand it. I love them.
Someone's saying hello to you. Oh, sorry, people.
That's my girl.
Oh yeah, you gotta love Tashi. Tashi, awesome. So how are you reaching your ideal client now? So we're in COVID. You know, everyone's doing this social thing or virtual thing. Who's your ideal client? How are you trying to reach them? Are there any testimonials or experiences that you can share from clients that you have touched?
Oh yeah. So like you said, because everything's kind of virtual, I had to take a step back and kind of revamp looking at some different strategies I could take myself on how to reach my ideal client, which is basically I help busy moms and wives by showing them techniques and strategies on how they can optimize their wellness as well as lose excess weight naturally. So that'll be my ideal client, that busy mom and wife. So normally what I had been doing was a lot of my contacts had came through doing live events, whether it was the vending, going different places, network and stuff like that. But with everything being kind of shut down now, with COVID hitting this year, I had to figure out how to come with a different angle.
Where were you vending, and where were you exposing your business and your product?
I was like this year I actually was playing. I was scheduled for what is it? The one out in Clarksville, the Veg Fest.
Oh yeah. Yes. The Maryland Vegans Fest. Yes.
Yeah. So I was scheduled for that one. I've done your event. I did your event last year for the first time. The Vegan Soul Fest.
Okay.
I plan on doing that again this year, but of course we know COVID happened.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there might be some situations where everybody's still waiting to hear. So you never know.
Right. And I was also scheduled for the one in Delaware, the Veg Fest in Delaware too. So
I was there last year. We were there with the nonprofit, the Black Vegetarian Society of Maryland. So we had a table there. I was up in there was like a front row. You know, I didn't get a chance to really go around to see everyone like I usually do, because I had to man the table. But that's a good one that's up and coming. It was there, I think, second year.
Okay, yeah, because I was I didn't get like you said, I didn't go last year, but I had scheduled for this year, and then also I was going to do the one in DC. What's it called? The
DC Veg Fest.
Yeah, DC Veg Fest. And that's
okay. You got a nice plan there. I mean, we hope it gets back to some type of normalcy. How are you shifting in the pandemic? Because you know everyone kind of has to shift. You know, my heart goes out to the businesses that had to close up shop because of the pandemic, and I'm working on a plan to kind of offer, you know, some of my knowledge and assistance for those businesses, small businesses that you know, need some guidance. So everyone stay tuned for that. You know, I have some information coming down the pike, because I definitely want to help, you know, our small businesses, especially small Black businesses, excel in this type of climate. So what are you doing? Like, what is your game plan now?
So I've turned virtual, like most people, even though I had a virtual aspect anyway, because I do have a lot of digital products, such as I have some different challenges, like the cookbook that's digital, as well as the physical copies you can get. But one of the most recent things that I did was, and I'm about to start, I'm working on it now, is we're going in the background as a coaching program. So that's going to be one-on-one as well as group. So that's going to be that as well. But what I just currently did most recently was I had a virtual cooking demo. So
nice.
In the virtual,
we love cooking demos. People gotta eat. So that's the big thing right now. Cooking demo.
Yeah. So in the virtual cooking demo, what I did, because one of my biggest things that I thought about was how can I, because that's something else I had booked for this year that got canceled. I was going to be actually doing it myself. And I was in the midst of looking for a venue when COVID hit back in February, and I had to shut all that down.
COVID just messed everything up. Damn you, COVID.
So what I did was I wanted to say add that personal touch to it, that tangible feel, I should say, because, you know, it's not in person. So what I did was we did everything virtually. Everybody from their home, you know, we had a virtual room where everybody came and met and shared the link and stuff like that. But what I did when people registered before time, they were giving, I mailed them out basically a little kit. So they were mailed out a kit, and in that kit, they got cooking tools. They got the recipes ahead of time for everything we're going to be cooking, so they can have their things together, as well as and different spices for them to be able to use. So
known about this.
Yeah.
Now I'm following you. You know what I'm saying? Now we're putting that back up.
We're going to be doing it again.
It's vegan on IG.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing it again. And they also got an apron. And it was like, it blessed my heart, Naijha, to see everybody on there with those aprons on in their kitchens with their phones set up, ready to cook. Yeah, that's my friend right there.
That's the right there. Ariel was there. It's delicious and fun. Yeah, I mean, I gotta keep up with everybody, man. I missed out on that.
Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, that's my little sis. She was there. So it was amazing. So it just really blessed my heart to see that. And I'm definitely gonna be doing it again before this quarter is out. So definitely, you know, I'll share the information with you.
Make sure you let me know so we can share that with Black Veg Society Maryland, because that's what it's all about. To be sharing these opportunities, these virtual cooking demos. You know, I can't find everything, but you know, I could definitely share some things when I have knowledge of them. What type of challenges do thick vegans face as opposed to thin vegans when advocating for the vegan lifestyle in the community? And I asked that because, again, on the show that I had with the Black vegan social groups, one of the guests there was, you know, she used the term fluffy vegans and the thing that, you know, she has to go through and the discrimination and all that stuff. So what challenges are faced?
Like I had somebody be as bold to tell me one time, well, you should be at least maybe like 4 to 6% body fat if you're vegan, if that's the case, you know. And it's just
like everybody got the same body type and makeup, whatever.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest challenges is people actually people are crazy. It's real. So not knowing that body fat percentage has more so to do with what you eat, not even what. So that's a whole other balance. So
like know what you're talking about,
right?
Let me do the remix on Jay-Z's song: "Rich vegan, poor vegan, thin vegan, thick vegan, still vegan." Like I understand.
You definitely from New York all the way. But
the nerve of some people.
Yeah, some of the challenges is that they don't. I wouldn't even go as far as say sometimes people don't believe you. They don't believe that you actually live that lifestyle because of your outer appearance. but not knowing that even if you still have somewhat like like other girl said, fluffiness or just curves, I want to say just some of that
curvy, yeah.
Even if you still have that not even knowing where you come from, even just where you started, because the lifestyle itself is a detox. So you're going to lose, if nothing else, the bloat. You're going to lose some of that excess just fluid from some of the things that you're not eating anymore. And because of the way your body doesn't hold on to stuff no more. So some of the challenge, that's one of the challenges, just sometimes people really truly believe you. They say, they look at you sideways, they say unnecessary things on their mouth. They question. I feel like at times I get more questions than somebody who looked more of the part.
Right, because they're just looking at the food, but not understanding that in veganism encompasses the compassionate side as well, in terms of compassion for the animals. There's a lot to it, because you could be a junk food vegan, you could be, consuming a lot of carb, look, whatever it is. And to Tashi's point, lots of people think of veganism as a weight loss plan as opposed to a healthy eating plan. That is true. I mean, the whole healthy aspect is your whole food plant base and understanding calorie intake and working out and all of that other stuff. I'm thank you for sharing that point of view, because it confuses me when people just have this assumption that all vegans are going to be stick skinny, and that's just a myth that just needs to be dispelled. We showed some dishes from your cookbook. What are some other dishes that you would suggest people consume if they're trying to get healthier? By example, what you've done, mirroring your journey.
I would definitely, like you said earlier, I would definitely advise people to, because it's in the beginning, it's quite easy to stick to the carbs, the potatoes, the faux meats, all those, the processed foods, the junk foods. I would say to definitely, you can start with those if you want to just try, experiment, but let it be a bridge and don't stay there.
I agree. 100%.
Let it be a bridge to cross and not something that you stay on, because with that, like you said, it's different levels, it's different types of subcategories, I should say, in veganism. And with that, you can still find yourself facing some of the same challenges, or being stuck and not optimizing. That's why I use the word and that's what I do within my coaching, is I help women to optimize, because you can be living, because we already leaving those certain foods alone is going to already help your body, but are you optimizing the potential of your body to heal itself and to actually rejuvenate those cells and actually live at its peak? So I would say definitely, maybe start with, don't be afraid to try different stuff in different combinations. Like one of the biggest things I prolonged it for the longest time was quinoa.
I love quinoa.
Let me tell you,
I just love quinoa. It's so light. I like light. It's light. It's easy to cook. It has a lot of protein. I love it. I can have it with everything. My husband makes a lot of quinoa with different sauces and different. I love it.
That's good. Yeah, I had to get there because I am a country girl, a rice girl through and through. I ain't want to hear about no quinoa. I need some rice with that. I even do brown rice, but don't give me no quinoa. So once I finally started accepting it, and I started realizing, hey, it's not that bad. This is actually quite good. Like you said, it's light. It has a lot of protein in it. It's a healthy fiber, and it's alkaline. So I said, you know what? So I would just say, don't be opposed to trying different things. Whatever you're used to, try something different. So
exactly.
And don't think that your plate has to always have a grain on it. Like that was one of
some people can't, digest certain grains and things like that. You got to know what's best for your body. We're gonna. I just want to catch some of these comments here. Corey, yes. To be honest, I don't care about being healthy. Yes, and that's your particular personal preference. Some people are eating healthy, and that's what they're using the plant-based vegan lifestyle for, in conjunction or in connection with animal cruelty, and that's all fine. So everyone is on this journey, their personal journey, for whatever reasons they have. I think the goal is, if you are eating healthy and you're not eating animals and you're eating plants, then you're helping all around. Climate change, global hunger, all of that. And Tashi has a question. She would like you to talk about your health challenges that have been helped as a result of becoming plant-based. Tashi, we got that earlier, so you got to catch the replay. We talked about that earlier in the show. So that's the first thing that we discussed. Is there any specific question that you want Trichelle to ask? Answer, because we definitely talked about how it's helping and the ailments that Trichelle had. I want to ask this final question because we're already over time, and then I want to do some shout outs and wait for you to answer that question if you don't mind.
Okay.
What tip or piece of advice would you like to leave the viewers with before we go? So I'll let you think about that while I give my shout outs. I just want to shout out my sponsors, Welfare World, Women Funders in Animal Rights, Veg Fund, Jane Unchained for allowing us to use her platform, Eat the Change. And also, if you are watching the Naijha Speaks videos or any of the replays, I am looking into changing some programming, and just need you to take a few moments, this real quick survey, and the link is posted. And if you can do that for me, that will help me determine what's to come. So please, it's a Google form. It's not going to take that long. I just need to make some decisions on how I'm going to move forward with programming. So if you can please do that, I will appreciate it. So what do you have for us, Trichelle, before we go? What tip or piece of advice would you like to leave the viewers with before we go? Anything that's on your mind that you haven't expressed so far in the discussion?
That love yourself enough to know that, you don't, I would just say that you don't need to have a complete plate that's not equal having meat on it. Like, you do not need to. People think as I said in the beginning, I grew up in the South and we had meat with almost everything. And it was just what I knew. But just don't, if that's something that you're looking to do, if you're looking to transition, if you're looking to, even if it's not just veganism or it's to eat plant-based, eat more plants, just know that it's doable. Don't count yourself out. And it's nobody I know, speaking for myself, majority of us didn't start out like this. So most of us didn't start out like this. Our angelic decision.
Yes.
Most of us didn't start out like this. So the term people say I can never go vegan, I thought the same thing. So just know that, hey, Antonio, just know that you're not the only person who ever thought that, and you can do it. Like, don't count yourself out. That's what I would say. Like, if you need help, you need support, it's the organizations virtually and in person that's here to help you. I'm here to help, and you can do it. Don't count yourself out. It's not as hard as it looks or it seems.
I mean, I thought I would never give up seafood, to be honest. When I met my husband, Greg, I mean, that was like the one condition. I could do all of this other stuff, but I'm not giving up my seafood. And then, that
that was the last one.
Just went out the window. The only last piece of advice I would give the viewers before we go, again, thank you for tuning in, everyone, and thank you, Trichelle, for taking out the time to join us and speak with me and the viewers. Like and subscribe and comment to NaijhaSpeaks.com. Please take the survey. Take the survey so I can make some very important decisions, because I have a lot in store for you in the future.
Yeah.
So thanks again, everyone. Be safe, mask on, and have a good night.
Ta-ta.